weekend's nearly here.
Oh, yes.
Now that means late nights and a few drinks, leaving some of us feeling a little bit sluggish. But a new health fad is claiming to be the perfect cure-all. At-home intravenous vitamin therapy is the latest trend, promising a hangover cure, immunity, also, as an added kicker, glowing skin.
Glowing skin, you say. The controversial treatment is taking young Aussies, Hollywood and social media by storm. But Australian doctors have concerns, saying that it isn't a regulated industry.
For more, we're joined by GP Michaela Sorensen. Good morning to you, Michaela. So talk us through this. When we think about intravenous therapy, we might all normally picture surgery or a hospital, but this is now happening inside homes.
Yeah, correct. So what we're talking about here is essentially a combination of different vitamins and minerals and electrolytes in liquid form that are then mixed in with a fluid, usually saline or salt water, and then inserted directly into the bloodstream via a drip. Now, the theory behind it is that by bypassing the body's digestive system and bypassing the filters, which are our liver and our kidneys, and going directly into the blood, it gives you a much quicker boost. Now, that's the theory. It's not necessarily backed up by the science, and it's not without its risks as well.
What are the risks?
So the biggest issue we have, particularly with the at-home therapies, this is being done in an unregulated environment with someone having no understanding of your own medical history. So we don't know if there's medications you could be on that could be interacting with things. We also don't know if you're deficient in anything that actually needs topping up. And I think when a lot of people think vitamins, they think, oh, well, the more the better. Surely it can't do any damage, but that's not actually the case, particularly when you're bypassing the body's filters. You know, that's our protective mechanism that we're jumping around, so that if you're giving someone a really high dose really quickly, the body can't break that down and it can build up in the system. Now, the classic example here is vitamin C. We all think vitamin C is pretty safe, right? But if you get a really high dose really quickly, first off, it can lead to nausea, vomiting, muscle cramps, but right down the other end of the spectrum, it can actually lead to seizures. And we look at things like potassium. Your body needs a really narrow range of potassium to operate. And if you give a really high dose of that, it can lead to cardiac arrest. So it's got to be something that's regulated and tested.
So are you worried about sort of the proliferation of celebrities getting behind these things? I mean, Kendall Jenner, Hailey Bieber, Gwyneth Paltrow, all big fans.
Well, if a Kardashian's done it, so, you know, it's obviously safe.
Look, all I'll say in that is, look, celebrities spruik a lot of different things, and I think if we all took what they said as gospel, the world would be a bit of a dangerous place. The classic example is you wouldn't come to me for car advice, right? I might drive a car, but I'm certainly not a mechanic. So when it comes to getting health advice, make sure you're going to a health professional.
OK, are these companies actually regulated?
This is where it gets a little bit tricky, because there is a loophole in the medical registration or medication registration process that with supplements they can bypass that a little bit. In saying that, if there is any product that's being advertised as having health benefits, they do need to be regulated. And that's something that a lot of these companies are actually getting investigated for now.
So if Aussies want to try it, just be wary of some of the risks and do it carefully. Really interesting. Thank you, Michaela. What would people come to us for advice for, Mon, do you think?
Nothing.
Chocolate?
Chocolate eating before 6 a.m. You're watching Sunrise on 7.